I have been taking a cold shower close to 5 years now, and this is my experience. Back in 2020, when college went online because of Corona, I found myself falling into a pit of unproductive habits. I spent most of my time just playing video games and lying in bed, but after a while, I needed to change something. I needed that thing, or really anything, just to get me moving. I've seen a lot of videos about people talking about cold plunges, ice baths, cold showers, and at that time I was so bored and in a strange place of mind that I just thought that why not? I thought that it would be a good challenge or something similar to a challenge to try for a couple of days, and I just kind of never stopped. In the beginning, my biggest inspiration was the video that I saw of people swimming in a frozen lake. So I thought if they can do it, well, I can do it too, because this would be a lot easier. And the next thing I knew, I was running to my shower and just hopping in, turning on the water, and just taking the most mild or mildly cold shower probably that anybody has ever taken. And even that was pretty difficult. But over a span of a few days, I managed to get it colder and colder and colder up until the time I was just taking a normally cold shower, as in max cold, or what my shower would allow me to. My impressions of this were that this is kind of dumb. But over time, I realized that taking it the first thing in the morning made a lot of other things easier. And also, when I realized that I can do it, I kind of didn't want to stop, honestly. I made it like a little streak and I just kind of continued it. I also created an imaginary badge of honor for me because I took one every day. And then, more importantly, because I took one every day, regardless of how I felt. And up until this point, I'm recording this on the 8th of February. I have not taken one. I think I have only missed a few days, but that's because I was really sick for a few days and I went camping that lasted for a few days, so I had to miss at least those days. But if I was able to, I took one for 5 years. Why should you do this? You can probably find a lot of material or better explanations, more scientific explanations, but from my own personal experience, I have never done coke in my life, but from what people describe, I think that taking a very cold shower when it's cold outside is a somewhat similar experience because it's going to give you a huge boost of energy and it pretty much feels like you're being electrocuted, and it's going to give you such not really motivation but just such power to move on to the next thing, and that's great. Not only that, but pretty much ever since I started taking these, I have been sick a lot less and my immunity went up, and I also feel better overall. On a mental level, it teaches you discipline. When you're standing there about to step into the cold water and you don't want to do it, but you do it anyway, that's the skill that can help you in every area of life. You're not going to feel like taking a cold shower unless it's super hot outside and the middle of summer. So you just have to push yourself in that cold water and get it over with. This is a fantastic skill and pretty much worth it in my opinion, just to do this because of that. I'm going to give you some unsolicited advice on how to take a shower. In the beginning, you want to start out with a normal shower and just gradually lower the temperature, and then do that day by day so that by the end of the week you can be just taking a full cold shower. It's very much going to be uncomfortable and it's going to suck, but it's going to build resilience, and once you realize you can do it, you're going to feel almost like you can take on anything. And you're going to definitely feel the suck, because it does. It's a horrible feeling, but the one thing is you'll figure out that you didn't die, so it's good. Also, you're gonna have a skill that is completely useless and will not get you laid at parties. Trust me, like, women do not care that you take a cold shower. Probably the only useful tip I can give you is focus on your breathing. So, very similar to the Wim Hof method, you wanna be taking in breaths that feel like you took in more air than you actually did. So you want to breathe in, let's say, I don't know how to explain it, but like you want to breathe so that when you breathe in, it feels like you took in more air, and then you just like exhale faster. So it's almost like you had some air was left in your lungs. Just focus on your breathing, and it's gonna make it feel a lot less painful. This is an actual pro tip. Do not hyperventilate, because if you do, you're gonna start shivering and it's going to suck extremely. So just focus on your breathing, relax, and just power through it. Also, start out easy and then work your way up to taking it so that you can do it for a couple of minutes. If you made it this far, I do challenge you to actually try it. Maybe do it for 5 days. See if you notice anything differently about yourself. See if you actually have any of the benefits that I just talked about. It's pretty simple, not really that easy, but it is very, very simple. And doing something that sucks, I mean, it's always fun in a masochistic kind of way. So yeah, that's about it.